This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all the YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell every day, the data they release us is false. I'm going to give us a false narrative of the market so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, I told you guys that I'd be putting out the violations on these bad actors. I was going to do one a day, and I missed a few days because I've been tied up doing some other things. Plus, I was trying to catch up on those motions for the lawsuit, so I didn't get a chance to do them. I missed a few days, but here we are. The big guys on the block today is Citigroup, okay? Citigroup, 181 violations, over $26 billion in fines. $26 billion, okay? Now, let's go into Citigroup. Let me ask you guys something. Do you think in any other industry you could have 181 violations, over $26 billion in fines, and still be able to hold your license to do business in that industry? Of course not. Of course not. Only in the United States financial industry are you allowed to do this every single day, every single year, with no real consequences whatsoever. Just keep breaking the law as long as the government gets their cut. Okay? Financial offenses, 103. They paid $19 billion alone in financial offenses since 2020. Consumer protection related offenses, they've paid $4 billion. They've had 40 of them and paid $4 billion in fine. Competition related offenses, over $2 billion in fines, and they've had 17 violations. Employment related offenses, they've paid $125 billion in fines, and this has occurred 12 times. And then they paid another $9 million for 5 miscellaneous offenses. It's absolutely crazy what these big dogs are allowed to do in our financial industries with no real consequences whatsoever. And if they paid over $26 billion in fines, imagine how much money they made from the illegal activity, because they paid $26 billion in fines and they're still up and running, which means they made a lot of money from the illegal activity or questionable activity. Toxic security abuses, 10 of them. Toxic security abuses. They paid $8,772,892,837 to cover those fines. To cover those violations, rather. Investor protection violations, 68. So 68 separate times they didn't protect investors. Are we surprised? They paid over $8 billion in fines. And of course, they're still licensed to bank. They're still licensed to trade. No real consequences. Price fixing and competitive practices. So they were fixing the prices of securities. They done it on 16 separate occasions and were fined $2,684,781,866. And guess what? 16 times they were fixing prices, and they are still in the banking business, still in the trading business with no real consequences. 4 evidence of mortgage abuses for over $2 billion in fines, and 13 banking violations for over $2 billion in fines. In no other industry would something like this be allowed. You would have lost your license after the second or third violation. They have 181 and are still considered one of the best banks in the United States, even though me personally, I believe they are in trouble. I believe they're hanging on by their fingernails, and I believe they're about to go down, or they will be absorbed by some other institution in order to stay afloat. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think in any other industry you could have 181 violations, $26 billion in fines, and still be allowed to conduct business in that industry? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.